All right, so I just wanted to make a little video. Ever since I watched a video, it was on a website called BitShoot, right? And on this video, it was actually a series. It had 3 videos, and the name of the video was Hebrews to Negros. Um, it's not the same one that had all the controversy involving Kyrie Irving on Amazon. It is a different video, much of the same topic, but if if you watch either video, you'll probably get much of the same information or series of videos. But the Hebrews to Negroes video that I watched was a little bit easier for me to ingest than the other one that I started to watch, and it had a lot more of like what is it called? Um, it was just like very heavy, high production, but I think less information. So what I watched made it abundantly evident to me that we who are descended from people that were enslaved and sent from Africa, much of the coast areas of Africa, to the United States, our ancestors in particular, not, people that are born today, but I digress. We who are descended from those people that were sold into slavery were known by the people who bought us and the people who sold us to be Hebrews, and were also referred to as Jews. Now, the description, one of the books, John Ogilvy, he described it as dark. So a lot of our ancestors were dark, like the Africans, but they said comely or good looking, right? So just meaning that I believe, and everybody has their own opinion of what is good looking, right? But I guess to those individuals of the European descent, they considered us to be better looking than the Africans. That's neither here nor there for the point. Just a identifying factor, maybe the milder features, not wider nose or as big lips or whatever the case may be. I don't know. No more need to elaborate on that. But there was a lot of different information regarding ancestry of people that were sold as slaves being Hebrews. I like to just use the term Hebrews because I had learned long before this that the term Hebrew also meant that you had come out of Babylonian false god worshiping and all of that stuff into the care and the acknowledgement of the one true God of the universe, Yod He Vav He, Yahweh, Yehovah, the Elohim, the King of the universe, right? And to be a Hebrew is also to obey his laws and to keep his commandments, right? So my point that I would like to bring up and really push to any and all who are coming into this understanding is this is not a point where you are to merely take the pride of knowing who your ancestry is. And I know that it's a huge deal because it was extremely big for me. It was amazingly huge for me to understand who my ancestors were, at least in that side of my family, and on my, on all areas of my family, because we all come from mixtures in some ways or other. We're all mixed with different backgrounds, and the amount of mixture of people coming from Jew and Hebrew background in my family and in many of our families that we may not have been aware of, but also with not being aware of, we're able to easily tell that whether it's through the darkness of your skin, the kinkiness and curliness of your hair, or your lips, the shape of your head, people of the African American descent, they have more of a specific shape of head a lot of times. There's a lot of features that are ethnically attached to who you are, and that let us know where we're descended from, but we don't have to leave it at, oh, I'm descended from the slaves, right? My ancestry is slaves who are now a bunch of people who are just really good at sports and these great artists, but also who are on TV and on the field representing our community in this kind of honestly shameful way at times, where you have people, our women going on these music videos shaking their butts, and men selling drugs and murdering each other, and all of these different negative things that are constantly put into the prevailing media, right? These are things that we do not have to take as our culture, because our culture is actually something else. As Hebrews, our ancestors being Hebrew people, and we have to understand this. When you want to sit here and get mad because those people that bought us and those people that sold us did what they did, you have to remember this. If you sit down and you read the Bible, right now I'm holding a complete Jewish Bible, but we have King James Bible, we have many different versions of the Bible that you can pick up and read from. And if you read it and you fully understand it, I suggest, if you want to start out to just understand this point that I'm going to make, go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, okay? And you need to understand whether you believe in God or not. And I hope that you take the time to really consider your faith, because you read this, Deuteronomy 28, and you ask yourself, okay, were my people following God? And when they didn't follow God, what did God say he was going to do? These are people who sat at the base of Mount Sinai alongside their brethren, because there was all Jewish, all Hebrew people are not the same color, but we were dispersed throughout the nations, okay? All nations. We were sent throughout all the nations. But when we were at the base of Sinai, when everyone was together, what did our ancestors say? They said, we are going to do what you tell us to do, whatever it is. That's what they said to God. And when they said that, when they signed that contract, they made that declaration to God. You do not get to renege. When God makes a contract with you, it's binding. And it's binding, he said, on your children. So each and every one of us, it is on us, that contract that they made. You need to go and you need to read this, because this is going to tell you, chapter 28 is going to tell you why you need to be obedient, and it's going to tell you what happens when you are disobedient. So please go and read that chapter. And then after you read that, go back to the beginning, and you need to get that first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Learn them, read them, study them, and pray about it. All right. Go read your Bible.